Hello, it's me again. It's Charlene, and I'm cooking again. Today I'm going to make a couple of soups. Yeah. One is going to be onion soup. I love a good onion soup. So the store that I usually shop at had these huge onions. I mean, this onion was like that big. So I sliced it up and I stuck it in a pot with some butter. And I'm going to, see, there it is. I'm going to cook that down until those onions are nice and brown and caramelized and super soft. And then I'm going to add some beef broth to it and a few seasonings. And then I'm going to slice up a loaf of French bread, toast that really well, and put that on top of my bowl of soup with some cheese on top, melted cheese, and that's going to be delicious. Well, my husband does not like onion soup. So for him, I'm going to make a pork and vegetable soup. So to start with, I took a quarter of another one of those large, huge, humongous onions, and I've chopped it up in dices. And we had a little bit of a garden this year, and we grew some carrots, and I got itty bitty ones. So I'm going to chop up a bunch of those. I bought some celery. We're going to use that. I'm going to chop those all up into, I'm going to dice those up, I should say. And then, once those have cooked in some butter and softened up and everything, I'm going to add some broth to that. And this. Now, I know it doesn't look real pretty, but that is canned pork. I canned it myself, and I'm very proud of it. It's delicious. I've already used one jar, but that is fully cooked, so all I have to do is get the vegetables all cooked and the broth in it, and then just add the pork chunks, let them warm up, and it's done. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to chop my carrots and chop my celery, and I'll be back. Oh, by the way, we grew some potatoes. Aren't they cute? They're tiny. And I have decided that I'm going to add that to my husband's soup. There's one. There's one. I have scrubbed these really, really well, so they don't need to be peeled. I'm just going to cut them up just a little bit. Like this is one of the bigger ones. I'm going to cut it into, well, I cut it this way, and I cut it this way. Now I'm this way, and this way. Now I'm going to cut that in half. So 8 pieces. That's how I'm going to cut my bigger ones. My smaller ones, like this one, I'm just going to cut those in half. And the little baby ones get to stay like they are. This is so much fun. I love cooking. It's going to be even better. Oh, we have some purple potatoes too. And I have scrubbed these very, very well. I think I'm going to scrub that one again. Still looks kind of dirty. And that one. The little russet potatoes look just fine. But I don't know. Those purple ones kind of look a little dirty. Okay. Well, look at that big one. That one's got an eye on it. I'm going to keep it. Ooh, it's purple inside too. Well, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. I've never had a purple potato. I don't know how we even got purple potatoes because we didn't buy any. Very odd, very odd. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to finish cutting these potatoes up and wash those other ones and cut them up, and then I'll show you what's going on in the pot. Okay, here's our onions, carrots, celery, potatoes, all mixed up. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to this. And then I'm going to let this cook down until this stuff gets mostly soft. Okay, and here's my onions for my onion soup. They're starting to get a little bit of color on them, but not enough. I want these nice and brown. So that should take probably a total of 45 minutes. And it hasn't been anywhere near that. I'll be back. Okay. It's time to add some broth to my husband's soup. So there's the soup. Hang on, let me switch this. Okay, there's the pot. And this is broth that I just mixed up from bouillon powder because I didn't have any beef broth. I didn't have any made beef broth. So there's that. Now I'll just stir that in a little bit. Okay. I know I shouldn't bang on my pots like that. Turn my fire up so it can heat faster. Then I'll add a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce and my quart jar of pork chunks. And I'll be back when I get ready to do that. Okay, here's my lovely dark brown onions. Those are just about ready. And that really cooked down because it was about up to there with onions when I first started. And that's all that's left. So I'm not going to put as much broth in that as I did the other soup. I'm only going to put 1 quart of broth in this one. So I will go ahead and do that. Oh, isn't it pretty? Smells good. Okay, I'm gonna let that get hot, cook down a little bit, and we're gonna come over here to this one. Give that a stir. Check on these veggies. Huh. Now, did you know that? I didn't know that. Those purple potatoes. That's almost a white potato now. Huh. Okay, let me see. I don't want to touch it. Let's see. My garlic spoon. Nope, that's got a ways to go. But that's okay because I still got to put the meat in and let that get hot. So, here's the tomato sauce. Give that a stir. that's right, I forgot. I found another ingredient in my refrigerator. A few days ago, I made lasagna roll-ups, and I had some leftover cooked lasagna noodles. So I cut those up like that, and I'm putting those in. So yeah, I know, too much carbohydrates, because I've already got potatoes in there. Okay, give that a stir. Okay, I'll be back. I'm back. Okay, I have 2 spoons here. It's time to do some taste testing. So I'm going to use 1 spoon for this pot and 1 spoon for the other pot. Let me give this a stir, because it's coming back up to a boil. Now I'm going to test, I can't even talk. I'm going to taste this for seasoning. Salt, mostly. Not bad. Oh, let's put some pepper. Ooh, that came out too fast. Some salt. There's a lot of water here, so it needs a little bit more salt. Give that another stir. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my spoon off because it really bugs me when people double dip. Okay, so here's my clean, freshly cleaned spoon. Much better. I don't think it needs any other seasonings. Just that salt and pepper was really good. Okay, that spoon is used. I shall probably use that, well, I'll use one of them to eat my soup with. Let's go over to the onion soup. Okay, there's my onion soup. That vegetable soup is pretty good. Okay. Here's my clean spoon. Oh my, that's good. Yep. I love onion soup. Okay, there's my spoon for that one. Oh, I guess it's time to put the pork in this pot. Let me get a spoon. making toast from French bread. Pork. Okay. Okay, here's my can of pork. And this is how I open home cans. Well, usually, there we go. And that's how you know it had a good seal, because it made that sucking noise. Okay. Smells like pig. Okay. This is a pretty big pot. So, and it's got noodles in it. So I think I'm just going to dump everything in, broth and all. And that broth, oh yeah, that started off as just plain water. And I hot packed this pork when I canned it. Okay. And let's give that a stir. Oh, that's a nice large pot of soup. Look at all those chunks of pork in there. Oh yeah. That's some good looking soup. Okay. I know, I shouldn't hit my pots like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go stir my onion soup again. Toast popped again. I'm making toast from French bread. I believe I already said that. For both kinds of soup. I don't know about you, but I like toast with my soup. I know lots of people like crackers, or croutons. Ooh. I could use croutons. Yeah, crackers or croutons is the normal stuff, but I like I know with onion soup you put toasted bread on top with cheese, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's get this back up to boiling, and then we can dish it up. Change of plans. I was looking through my refrigerator just now, and I found some chopped up bacon. I am going to put that in there. Because it sure can't hurt. Might make it taste better. Alright, let's get this up to a boil, and then we can eat it. Oh my, oh my. That looks good. Look at there, I didn't do it. I didn't hit my pot. Okay, here we go. This is my onion soup. I've got my toast floating on the top. I'm going to put some cheese on it. I think I'm going to use pizza blend this time. And I love a lot of cheese. Okay, I'm going to pop that in the microwave for about 30 seconds to melt that cheese. Okay, and while that's heating up, I'm going to scoop me some of the vegetable soup, the pork vegetable soup. Okay. There's my pork vegetable soup. Pork vegetable noodle soup. And for this one, I'm going to put some croutons. That's way more than I need, but who can resist croutons? Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a minute and grab my onion soup. That looks good. I don't think I heated it long enough, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Give it a try. Ooh. Ooh. There's my toast. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It just don't want to break. Okay, here we go. Sorry, don't mean to be blowing in your ear. This is very, very hot. I need to make this more often. It's been, wow, it's probably been 2 years since I've made it. So good. All right, let's try this one. There's me a great big noodle. Yep, the noodles are good. Not a big fan of celery, so I'm going to move that. Oy. Well, I guess I'm going to eat it anyway. Okay, here we go. That pork is so tender. Now let's try this purple potato. Hot. That is really good too. Okay. Sorry, that was really hot. Okay. Now, both of these are delicious. That's my driveway alarm. Somebody's coming in. That is my 21-year-old dog. His name is Buddy. He was actually born in our backyard when we lived in California. Okay. Anyways, what I was going to say is both of these soups are delicious. Neither one has a recipe. So follow along, make it, enjoy. See you next time. P.S. Don't be embarrassed if you don't know how to cut up vegetables or anything like that. If you want to see a video on how to cut things up, just let me know, leave me a comment, and I will make a video for that. Okay, bye.